On a Monday morning, surfboards line the sand of La Jolla Shore. A dozen kids and young adults practice standing up on them. All the students are somewhere on the wide spectrum of autism. Each has their own coach. Andrea Corrigy is the director of the Autism Society of San Diego. She says parents started this surf camp 22 years ago. It takes anyone over age 5, and staff says they don't turn anyone away if they can't pay. For a long time, the 4-day camp offered 90 spots over 5 weeks. But Corrigy says demand was bigger.
We were turning away hundreds of people every summer.
This year, they partnered with Surf Education Academy to double the spots. And Corrigy says they still only have a few left. San Diego has a much higher rate of children diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. Nationally, the CDC reports it's 1 in 36. In San Diego, Corrigy says it's 1 in 22.
Almost every single classroom has at least one individual with autism.
Corrigy says San Diego offers better autism services than many places in the country. And military families request to be placed here to access those services, driving up the numbers. From the shore, Andrea Rohleder watches her son, Oliver. He's 7. Though he can't read yet, he's obsessed with books. Service workers.
It's like mailmen and gardeners and anything that has to do with trucks and people who work in our community, builders. He will want to know what they're doing, why they're doing it, when they're coming back.
And the water.
Loves water, loves the swimming pool, loves the ocean, just lights up around water. He is not water safe yet, but we're trying.
The camp was created to promote water safety. Children with autism, prone to wandering off, are also drawn to water, even if they can't swim. One study found they're 160 times more likely to drown than neurotypical children. Drowning accounts for a staggering 91% of deaths of children under 14 with autism. So Rohleder enrolled Oliver in surf camp for water safety, socialization, and a third big reason.
Fun. I just want him to have fun. His sister, who he is a typical child, as one might say, gets to go to all these different camps, and there's really limited options for him. So I'm just excited for him to experience summer camp.
Oliver was excited, too.
He was up at 6 a.m. this morning, ready to go, getting the whole family up. It's time, it's surf camp. When we got here, he got a little bit shy and a little, not so sure about it.
Rohleder isn't sure how the day will pan out.
He could love it and do it, or he could just be distracted by something and then focus on that, and then whole day could go by without him actually doing any surfing.
That's why the one-on-one coaching at this camp is so helpful.
They need that person who's constantly with them, talking to them, kind of going with their flow, but also paying attention and looking at them.
Oliver's coach is Annie Devine. She says he's asking a lot of questions.
What are we doing? Where are we going? What are we doing later? Who is this? What is that person doing?
She says coaching these children is a lot more visual and less auditory.
You have to really demonstrate more because there's a lot of communication differences, and a lot of times you have to figure out how that specific camper communicates and receives information.
Before the morning was over, Devine and Oliver rode the waves together on the board. She's confident that by the end of the week, she can get him surfing on his own. She says she's seen it before in similar students.
Genuinely surprised me when I was paired up with a camper who didn't even want to get off the blanket, didn't want to touch the sand, didn't want to do anything, and was just scared of everything and shy, and by the end of the week she was surfing.
The Autism Society dreams of expanding the camp to school breaks and weekends. Katie Hyson, KPBS News.